Hey y'all, welcome to Fitting and Homemaking. This is kind of the disaster of the kitchen right now. These look yummy. We're gonna bake with these later. And by we, I mean I'm going to bake with them off camera so I can do it quickly and not screw them up because you guys always make me screw up my recipes. But I'll do like a before and after for you. So these guys are gonna be turned into something else. These ones over here look especially sad because they were frozen and have been defrosting. So just ignore that. I'm gonna put this back over here where you can't see it. However, I really need to clean this up because, well, I need to bake that stuff before it's too yucky to use. And we are going out of town tomorrow for a beach weekend. My mother-in-law won a stay at a beach house in a raffle, which who does it happen to? My mother-in-law, I guess. So we're going on a quick little jaunt down to the beach, meaning a 3-hour ride, which to most Americans is not that far. But when you have a 2-year-old who is potty training, that makes it a little bit more sketchy logistically. Anyhow, I need to get this kitchen cleaned up. It's a mess. It's a little bit smelly, and I need to bake those things. And then I need to pack a little bit. So I am going to do voiceover while I'm doing this. I hope the dishes part won't be too terribly loud, but that's just because I haven't been able to get to voiceover. Tomorrow I have to take our beloved Max to my parents' house. He's going to stay with his grandma and grandpa over the weekend and have a nice chill sleepover with them while we're at the beach. So I have to drive an hour out to their place with him after I drop the kids off at daycare, drive an hour back. Then I have to finish packing and doing all this stuff. And of course, it's not just packing for me, it's packing for my kids. And my husband is on his own. If he forgets something, that's on him. And I just don't anticipate seeing me getting back around to doing a voiceover for this. But I feel bad that you guys have not had voiceovers. Maybe you prefer it that way. I don't know. Anyhow, I'm going to stop chatting because at this point it's just procrastination. And let me see. I think I'll probably have to scoot you guys back so you can see a little bit, but stand by. All right, I think that's where you guys usually are. So let's see what we can do. Let's rearrange. Okay, this didn't get clean in there, and neither did this. So we will hand wash those. This top always gets full so quickly because we use so much of this Tupperware that can't go in the bottom. Sorry, I'm also I don't want to do this. I used my lunch break to go to the store to get some things that we need for the trip, like sunscreen. And what else did I get? I got poo bags for Max because we were totally out of poop bags. What else did I get? I got some healthier snacks. We'll probably go to the grocery store when we get down there, but things that they can have in the car that aren't just like candy. I mean, we already have like crackers and that sort of thing. Don't get me wrong, we're not like health food nuts that don't let our kids have candy and stuff like that. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but it's just not our circumstances. But some of the stuff I got at the store were healthier options just because I know, I mean, let's be honest, it's grandparents and aunties and uncles and stuff who are going to be at this house with us. And so it's going to be more treat-like things. So I wanted the kids to have at least some options so their tummies are not going to be too sore. And, you know, like options for my husband and I as well. I'm just, my son has been having some tummy trouble lately. He was home from daycare for a couple days, which of course throws off my schedule and just makes things a little bit more difficult. He seems to be feeling better, happy about that. What was this even? Oh, it's fine. But yeah, so I'm behind. I got a touch of whatever it was he had. which was not great. Let's see. How many times do y'all rearrange your dishwasher while you're loading it to like Tetris it together? Like, my husband has a very specific way of loading it, but I like kind of like load and reload based on what needs to go in there every single time. It's like, oh, like this bowl, if I need that space, that bowl could technically go on the bottom rack. So I would put it down there, which I might end up having to do. Sometimes my kids don't eat the entirety of their yogurt and berries, and then it gets forgotten. Luckily, it's not too terribly much this time getting wasted. All right. Let's see. Can anything else go in there? Got a knife. Oh, dishwasher detergent. That was something else I had to get at the store so that I could actually do this. So that was a fun lunch break. Although I ate my lunch at like 9:30 anyway, so it is what it is. All right, I think this stuff, what's in here? All right, I think that's gonna be it. Yep. We'll probably just have leftovers tonight. We'll eat on the road tomorrow night, so maybe I'll get something made that's car friendly so that we don't have to stop and do fast food, because no one's tummies really appreciate that, especially if you're stuck in a car. There it goes. All right. The good thing about getting the dishwasher running before doing these other dishes is that it makes the hot water flow to the sink faster. This faucet's like the faucet that's the farthest away from our water heater, and it's a tankless water heater. So sometimes it takes a little while to get warm, but because the dishwasher draws so much hot water, it actually makes this hot water get quicker, faster. All right, these sinks just need to be washed before I can wash anything in them. Because like I said, my son's been sick, I've been taking care of him, so this stuff has just not been a priority for me. And Max would probably like, what is that? Retrieving things from the drains, never my favorite thing to do. What was I saying? I was thinking Max would probably like another walk. I don't think that's what I was talking about though. Oh, just that I've been falling behind on the chores because I've been taking care of my son. He's, he's 2, so we can describe him as clingy on a good day. I mean, he likes to go and do his own thing sometimes, but if you're in the kitchen, he wants to know what's going on and, just kind of hang out. And since he was homesick, he's kind of gotten used to that a little bit. So going to the beach is maybe a good thing. It'll be a little bit more independent. Hate that when you don't squeeze enough water out of the sponge and it just ends up making more of a mess. So what's next did I get for the kids? Let me think. I got some string cheese because that's car friendly. I got some carrot cuts. They're like, or not cuts, chips, carrot chips. They're not like actual chips. It's just like the shape that they cut the carrots into. I got some of those because I was feeling lazy and I didn't want to get the carrots and then have to cut them. Plus my son likes eating them with hummus. So that seemed like a better shape for him to dip into some hummus. Probably not gonna get the hummus out in the car, but he also likes dipping them in ranch. So just for when we're at the beach, that'll be a good snack for the kids to have, because my daughter likes carrots with ranch as well. What else? Got some oatmeal because I like having oatmeal for breakfast. And I was out. What else? We had some grapes already, so I went ahead and washed those and got those off the vine so that they'd be easier to transport. Can do those in the car without too much of a mess. I got some more apples and bananas. I got some regular cheese that we can cut up if they're not feeling the string cheese situation. My kids like sharp cheddar cheese, so sometimes they don't want the string cheese. They would prefer the cheddar cheese. But I can cut up some apple slices and put some lemon juice on them so they don't get gross too quickly. Does the ring come off? No, but stuff can get under there. That's not a super great design. I'm not sure if my husband has ever washed this part of the Instant Pot, but he's been using it for a lot of meals lately because he likes to cook if he gets off, work in time to do that. Now, watcher told you not supposed to wash these parts this way, but I don't think it will hurt it. But I highly recommend Instant Pots. They're great time saver, especially if you forget to defrost your meat a lot. This has a part I need to get under. I can. That looks better. But yeah, this week I was supposed to get my hair cut. I finally made a hair appointment, and it's been almost 2 years since I've had my hair cut. Just because it's not something I like. Usually I'll chop it and then I'll let it grow out and I'll chop it. So it's just, women's haircuts are expensive. And I know there's stuff like great clips. Can't even talk now. But whenever I have gone to a Great Clips in the past, they have screwed it up so badly that I have to go and get it redone anyway. So then I'm like spending the cost of the expensive haircut and the Great Clips haircut cost. So I might as well just do the expensive haircut and save myself some money. Because even like Great Clips women's haircuts are not that cheap. But I've gone before, and I don't know if it's just like a lack of caring. I'm sure like the stylists who work there aren't all like just not great. They probably have like a quota and a time that they're able to spend on people, giving them the benefit of the doubt. But sometimes it's been like inches off. Like one side's been like down here and the other side's been like up here when it's supposed to be even, or there's just like a huge chunk in the back that they've missed. So, and I try to like trim it up myself, but then it never looks quite right. So anyhow, But yeah, so my son got sick the day I was supposed to go and do that, so I had to, or the day before, so I had to cancel last minute. And then I was supposed to do it next Tuesday, and then they just actually called me and said, hey, the stylist has, you know, had a death in the family, unfortunately. They'll be at a funeral that day. So rescheduled it again, but still next week. So that'll be nice. I always wear my hair up because my son likes to play with it, but my hair is curly, so his hand kind of gets stuck in it, and he ends up pulling it out, like not on purpose, but just, you know, it doesn't feel great. So I probably will get it chopped again so that I can wear it down. The only thing about that is you think, oh, short hair is going to be less maintenance. It's like, yeah, it's like less shampoo and less time to do it. But for it to look nice, you do have to do it more often because you can't just like plop it up in a bun and move on with your day. So it's a trade-off, just like everything else. Sorry, y'all. I wish I had something like super interesting to talk to you about, but I just don't. Honestly, I feel like I should be looking forward to this beach weekend trip, and I'm not. Like I said, I got a little bit of what my son had, and it was like tummy trouble stuff, so I've not been able to get a lot of energy from my food. I guess I will put it that way. And honestly, with a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old, it's just like parenting in a place that's less convenient rather than like actual vacation for me. Now, that being said, there will be more people there available to watch the kids. So maybe my husband and I will get a little bit of a respite, but I'm also just tired and would prefer to sleep. Instead of socializing. Not that my in-laws aren't nice people and friendly people. They certainly are. I just, you know, I'm not a terribly outgoing person naturally. So, which is actually why I get along with my brother-in-law and my, I guess he's technically my stepfather-in-law quite well, because we can have conversations, but they're also very comfortable with just sitting in silence or like sitting watching something or observing something together. So that it's a lot less work for me to be around people who are more comfortable doing that, rather than someone who's more outgoing, you know, where you have to kind of maintain conversation for them to feel comfortable. But yeah, I think I just need a little bit of a break. That's all. I'm sure we'll have a fantastic time at the beach. Seeing the kids happy makes me happy, and I know that, I don't know if my son understands that we're going to the beach or not, because we haven't talked about it a ton. And the last time that we went to a beach, he was, you know, like a 1-year-old. So I don't know how much of that he remembers, but y'all, I hate cleaning these grates. I love cooking with them and baking with them, but boy, are they a pain in the patootie to get clean. What was I saying? Anyhow, my son loves to play in the sand and the water, and my daughter is just gaga over beach days, so she's really excited. We'll make sure we bring her shell bag so that we can get some shells. But yeah, not excited for the car trip, or just, you know, the inconvenience of not being home. I'm sure I'll have fun once we get there. I feel like it's that there's so much that I need to do before it can happen type of deal. Like I've got a packing list for the kids, I think, and we're only going for like 2 nights. It's like we're only gonna be gone Friday and Saturday night. And we're coming back home probably Sunday afternoon. So I feel like we don't need a ton, but then we always end up taking like way more stuff. Like it's like, oh, why don't we take this? Why don't we take this? It's like, no, we don't need to. And it's like, yeah, that'd be fun to have, but we really, like, the kids are just gonna be happy building sandcastles. And like, I'm sure my mother-in-law is gonna bring their beach toys, so why do we need to bring our beach toys, you know? I don't know. I feel like most moms maybe get into that pre-trip malaise. Oh, you know what? I could bring, oh, you guys are still really far away. Sorry. Oh, well. Maybe I could bring the Prosecco and we can finally drink that bottle since there will be enough people to drink it there. That's yucky. It's just grease that pulled under that silicone mat. Get out here. I don't even know if you can see that. I don't even remember what was on here. Probably bacon or something. No, this is too liquidy for bacon, actually. I take that back. Hamburgers? I feel like we use that on the flat grill. Anyway. I don't even know how long it's been since this has been sitting out. And yes, now I have to wash this. But yeah, you know what? I should be positive. I should be grateful that we are getting a very inexpensive opportunity to go to the beach since we're not paying for the house. We're not paying for accommodation. We'll just have to pay for some groceries. And if we go out to eat, and I know my husband mentioned wanting to get something he likes the really kind of crappy beach junk stores like the Waves and the Wings and all of those stores. So we always visit one and just, I think that's from his childhood. Snot. That is my son's daycare calling.